But for me personally, like, I'm never satisfied. I want to be the best in this shit ever. Like, my thing is leaving a legacy. So I want to be the biggest, especially in the LA area, I want to be the biggest this shit has ever had.
Welcome back to another episode of Bigger Than Goals podcast with your boy Shaw and Sugar Gamers. Before we start, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. We want to keep good guests coming through. We want to keep giving you guys good information, good interviews. So make sure you like, subscribe, share. Today we got a good friend of mine, celebrity fitness trainer out here in Hollywood. My guy Decs.
What's going on, my boy?
Hollywood Decs.
You already know.
Thank you for coming down, brother.
It's all good, man. You know, look, you my man. I normally turn these down, but for you,
I'm honored. I'm honored, bro. I'm honored. And Pat, well, we work out at the same spot.
Yep.
And I see you, and you grind it, and we get some laughs in together here and there.
Yep.
One of the things I want to ask you though is what made you get into fitness? Like, what was you doing before it? Like what? Cause I flirted with the idea of being a fitness trainer years ago, many moons ago, and it just wasn't my thing. I just couldn't figure it out. So how'd you start? I'm sorry, not how you started. What was you doing before you got into fitness? What inspired you?
All right. So I originally started off as an event promoter. So I started that at 18.
Where was you at? Where was that at?
Sacramento.
Sacramento,
So
okay.
originally I'm from Sacramento.
Okay.
I didn't move out here until like 2019, 2020.
Right.
Close to pandemic.
Uh-huh.
So, but my fitness journey started in Sacramento, where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
Before I was an event promoter, so I was doing that for maybe 10 years. So pretty much, I got my first job, right, when I was 18.
Okay.
I was
as a promoter? Or?
No. So this was before. So graduated high school, right?
Uh-huh.
Got my first job. I think I made like $200. I was an AAU coach.
Okay.
Oh, like referee.
Okay.
Referee. So my first check was like $200.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, what, $200? Like for
you
2 weeks?
You do a lot of money.
I'm a hustler. So the first thing I was like, this ain't gonna work for me. So I was just a popular person where I'm from.
Uh-huh.
So I went straight into throwing parties. I threw a house party and it got hella big. It shut down, everybody came out. So I was all like, at the time, what was popping was 18 and under clubs. Have you ever been to one of those?
Yeah, I've been
back in the day.
I mean, I had back in the 80s. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been 18 before. Yeah, I've been to an 18
18 and under clubs.
Yeah.
So like at the time, that's when those was jumping.
Mm-hmm.
So people was doing it. People was making money. I know a couple people was doing this. I was like, shit, let me try one of these.
Right.
First one I threw at this spot, I'll never forget. It's called Queen Sheba. It's in downtown Sac. Like 500 people inside, blocked down the street of people, literally shut down downtown as an 18-year-old kid. Obviously, I made a lot of money.
All right.
So I was like, what? I'm gonna do this. Like,
that's
I went straight into that. I went straight into that. I was like, what? I was like, what? All I gotta do is, I was already popular. I was like, what? All I gotta do is do this. Charging $20 a head, 500 people. I'm literally like starting a whole business as I'm 18. Like, got my AA. But I didn't do the 4 years. So pretty much I was focusing mainly on just throwing events. So how I got successful in training was through this. I would book artists while in my event promoting career. I would book artists and just book them at the clubs and just sell it out. So I was doing that for like maybe 10 years. That's really what a lot of people know me for in Sacramento. So that's kind of like what started my career. So I was just doing that forever. So I'm pretty much like a little legacy on that over there. But eventually that just got played out. So it got played out only because when you're doing hip hop clubs and you're dealing with the urban community, let's just say I have like a 6-month run, right?
Right.
I'll be selling out the club every week. Let's just say I have like 6 months straight, but then somebody might fight. Or if anything, might be a shoot. Yeah, you already know how it goes. So it'd be like, damn. So then I would have to have meetings with the club owners or the city after every one, no, let us do it again. Like, it's not gonna happen again. It's just one-time thing. So, and then they'll be like, okay, we'll grant you the permit, do it again. So we'll do it again. We'll run it up, run it up, run it up. Maybe 6 months to a year later, it'll happen again.
Right.
So we have to switch clubs. So pretty much I was doing that for a while. So I did that for, so like maybe when I really got successful at it, this was in the 21 and up. So after 18 and up, I went to 21 and up.
Okay.
So when I was doing the 21 and up, that's when we had to switch clubs because it was hip hop. I was successful. I was bringing all the artists. I was selling out clubs. What I was known for was going from red. So let's just say a club can't pay bills, right? They're about to shut down.
Right.
They're only bringing in like 10 people. 10, 20 people at night on a big night, like a Saturday.
Right.
I'm like, that's easy. So what I did was me and my partner, we would just go in and be like, hey, give us this night, give us the full door, we'll split the bar, and we'll split the bar, and then pretty much after that, we'll just give us like 2-3 weeks to sell out because it's not gonna sell out the first week. We're like, give us like 2 weeks, and we'll pack out everything. So pretty much it kept doing that. So it kept selling out, of course, and then we would book artists, we would book whoever's hot, like YG or whoever was hot.
And it's still out Sacramento.
Yeah, they're still out Sacramento. So
you're about 21 now? About 21, you about
21, 21, 22 at this point. So anyways, doing that up until like 25. And then that's pretty much where I got my marketing skills. So I kind of jumped straight into it from there because I kind of got tired of the back and forth with the club scene. And then on top of that, I was making a lot of money, but I had a lot of free time. So what really got me into the gym was I started gambling. So I had a bad problem with gambling.
Wait,
that was the last straw for me.
Yeah, you gotta tell us how does gambling correlate with,
how does gambling
with the gym? You know what I mean?
All right, so gambling for me, because when you're in that nightclub lifestyle, you pretty much, if you're popping, it's pretty much free time.
Right, okay.
So
what was your gamble of choice?
Huh?
What was your gamble of choice? Like,
Baccarat.
What is it?
Baccarat.
Baccarat.
It's a Baccarat.
Okay. I gotta look into that. Well, go ahead, keep going.
Okay, so anyway, so gambling was my last job before I got into fitness. So, I would just pretty much when you're in the nightclub life and if you're successful at it, you really only have to work like 1 or 2 nights. So Monday through Saturday, you really ain't got shit to do.
Right.
Like you just have time, literally. Like there's not because it shit sells on its own. People just literally people just text you and then you just book like a booth. We're like a little VIP guest list together. You really don't even have to do the guest list if the club is popping. So it's literally you have shit to do until the night of the club.
Right.
So
did you do any like schooling for fitness at all? Like did you before you
I went to NASA, and then I got my cert online.
I tried like I said earlier, right? I thought about how can I say this?
Good.
I was inspiring to be a fitness trainer, right? I took the NASA, and for those who don't know, this is like a training course. It's like a general training course here in California where you pass this test, you're a certified trainer now.
Yeah.
And this was years ago, about I want to say 15 years ago, bro. And my girlfriend at the time, she paid for the test. Cause I was like going, it was like a session. I was going in between jobs and shit, and I was being lazy. I ain't gonna put it on the way. I was being lazy. I didn't read the book. I was just watching the DVD part. You know the DVD part? Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm good. I'm thinking I'm good money. I go in there, man. I didn't know one goddamn question on this test. So I come back. Needless to say, I failed. I come back to the house, and my girl, and it just so happened her mom, her sister's in town, and all that stuff. Right. I get there, and they're like, congratulations. But I failed that shit. They had my favorite dinner, all that shit. You know how awkward that shit is? Yeah. To be sitting with your girl and her mom, and you guys eating, like, damn, what happened to the test? And you failed. So my question to you is, like, when you passed the test, you got it, did you automatically start, because you already been doing the marketing.
Yeah.
So did you automatically, your gears start turning and you said to yourself, all right, this is how I'm gonna do it with the fitness. I know I can make more money in the fitness, or did something happen, or someone, hey, can you work me and my homegirl out? Or
That's what it was.
Well, tell me something about it.
So if we're gonna jump straight into the fitness, so when I started just to work out on my own, so I was just pretty much working out on my own. I was creating a lot of content. I was posting the videos.
Okay.
So
What year was that?
Shit, man, we're gonna try to go back to dates.
Dates.
All right, so when I started 2000, maybe 13.
Yeah.
2013, I started creating content.
You've been grinding.
I've been at this shit for a while.
That's all right to hear.
Yeah, so about 2013, I started creating content. I was doing a lot of workouts. I was just posting them. I already had a following from my nightclub life. So pretty much people already. So that kind of like jumped me. Like I kind of like didn't have to do a lot of the work. So people was already hitting me like, oh, are you working out now? You training now? I was all like, yeah, I'm just doing it for fun, on my free time. So yeah, so people was pretty much just asking me to train them. So what I would do, obviously I just do the beginning, go to the park. I only had like 2 people, park training, just simple. Then actually a self-made. There's a self-made out here called Hollywood. You know that self-made over here? Okay, so it's a gym. So anyways, it's a brand. So anyways, it really started in like Elk Grove, where I'm from, around the area. Elk Grove is part of Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Yeah, Elk Grove is part of Sacramento. It's right outside of Sacramento. So anyways, they reached out to me. They saw my videos. They were like, hey, what do you think about training? I was like, oh, honestly, I never really thought about like seriously doing it. So he was like, hey, come in and talk to me. So owner's name is Donnie. So he kind of started me. He was like, hey,
shout out Donnie.
Shout out to Donnie. He was like, hey man, come in, man, talk to me, man. Let's see what you think about the deal I'll give you. I'm like, all right, okay. I'll come in. He was like, okay, you know what it was. This is the deal. If you want to start, you pay this X amount of dollars, and you just pay this every month. I was like, okay, well, and he'll tell you today. The first thing I was like, I guess I'll just see. My first thing was like, I'll see how it goes.
Right.
I was literally, and then I just never looked back from there. Even he would say today, like, I still remember the first day I bought you and he was like, I'm gonna just see how it goes.
Right.
And then I kind of just jumped straight into it from that. So I already had my following from that life, which I was already dealing with a lot of women anyways. That's mainly what I train. So, yeah, they pretty much just hitting me to train them now. So now it just was like, but I was still doing nightlife as well. Right. So I was doing both at the time.
Okay.
So
yeah, how I look. So that's why I like to have these interviews, because I know people inspire to be trainers or whatever, right? But they hit a roadblock. Where, damn man, I ain't making no money. There ain't nobody signing up. Yeah. And you mentioned how you started out was at the park, right? Yeah. Tell me, how many months were you, or years did you train at the park before you got an opportunity?
Not that long.
Not that long? And then
it was only a couple months, like I said, because
a couple months is a lot for a motherfucker, especially
but
in this
you
society.
See, that's what I'm saying. My journey was different because I had a jump starter.
Yeah,
I was already a master in marketing. I already knew how to bring people in.
Right.
So I didn't have to struggle like a lot of poly trainers have to do, because I started very early. I started when I was 18.
Would you recommend they go start at a gym just to start to build their clientele list? Would you think that'd be easier for the upcoming trainer?
If you're a hustler, yeah. Like in this game, you really just got to be a real hustler. That's really what I tell. Because I've inspired. I don't like to brag, but I inspired maybe not hundreds, dozens I know personally of people that never thought about training as an actual job. Because like, I don't know if you know, but some people really don't think training is a real job.
Yeah, I see it as a real job.
Okay, yeah, you do, but there's like a stigma out there. Yeah, oh, get a real job, or that's not a real job. How are you gonna live off of training? And even before, like when I was doing it in Sacramento, people would be like, bro, I never thought about doing training until I started following your page. Like, I was thinking about only using my degree to be a PE teacher. Things like that. Or like,
what'd you get a degree in?
Huh?
What you get your degree in?
Who?
Him? You say you want.
No, I said him. Oh, I just got my national certification, but I'm saying that they would be like, oh, I was just gonna use my degree to to be a PE teacher. Like, the typical, or go work at 24-hour fitness. Like literally so many people became independent trainers. This is even before I even came out here, because of just the way, like, they saw the way I was branding it. You see the way I market.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they can check it out.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah, I've been marketing so long. So the way that I market and the way that I do the whole fitness thing, it was definitely new to Sacramento. I saw people doing it in LA, so I kind of was like, okay, let me tweak that. Let me make it into a Sacramento version. Definitely in Sacramento I was like the first person to really like market like that.
Okay.
So a lot of people in that area were like, yo, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. You know, especially because a lot of people don't want to have regular 9-to-5s.
Right.
Like, realistically, a lot of people want to get a different type of money, so they always like, okay, well, how can I be a trainer? How can I be a trainer? This and that. So I just tell them, man, to be a hustler, man. You just really got to be a hustler. You really gotta want it. Don't do it to try to get a check. Because that's what a lot of people, I feel like, fail. Like, they do this because they want to try to get a check.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it because you're not gonna. If you really don't want to train, then don't do it.
Talk about what it. So, because that's true. I believe in like going with your passion, going with something you love to do. Because it is hard times. When you hit them hard times, the only thing that's really gonna push you through is like your passion. Yeah. Tell me about like, did you ever see yourself like with the position you're in now? Did you already had this vision, or did you fall on hard times?
I'm definitely, for me, that's why I was good. That's a good question. So a lot of people always feel like I'm already set, like I'm already at the like the highest, right? You know, I get those type of DMs all the time where people always be like, oh my God, you're killing, you're killing it, you're doing this. I get that like all the time.
Right.
So it's like, but for me personally, like I'm never satisfied. Yeah. So every time people, for years, even before it got to where it is now, people always be like, why do you say that you're accepting clients? Like, I feel like you're already, super good. Me, I'm a hustler mind. I'm like, I'm never good. Like, right. Yeah. I never feel like I'm good. I never want to be comfortable. I never want to be that trainer like, oh, I don't need to, like, no. I still hustle like I'm still in the marketing. Like, I'm just starting. Like, that's the way I always think. Like, I'm just starting this shit. So that's what I feel like the mindset you really gotta be. But I mean, everybody don't think like me though. I know, like, just having conversations with a lot of people, I'm definitely a little different. Like, they be like, oh, like, we don't think like that. Like, you know what I mean? They just like, oh, like, we're cool with just, whatever they have. They're not like
totally
me. Like,
what you're saying.
Me, I want to be the best in this shit ever. Like, that's my thing. My thing is leaving a legacy. So I want to be the biggest, especially in the LA area. I want to be the biggest this shit has ever had.
Well,
that's my
fitness trainer.
That's my mentality. And that's why everybody ain't like that though. True. Some people don't want to. They like, oh, I'm just cool with a little. No, right. I'm about the bright lights, stars. I'm about that. So, and I'm super competitive. So I see everything. I see all my competition, what they do.
So you mentioned when you got the gym owner came to you, say, hey, let me show you what I can offer you. Right. Someone starting out, they probably looking at this and they like, man, I want to be like Decs. Right. And they thinking of the money, they thinking of the cool stuff. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe I'm not sure because you got your own thing. But when you first got your first check at the gym or your first training check, was it a lot?
I never had a check.
Or I'm just saying.
No. Let me just say. So let me just set the record straight.
Set it straight for me.
Nobody's ever paid me a day of my life. The only check that I've ever got paid from somebody was that $200 check I said in the beginning as an AAU coach or a referee. So everything I've done has ever been deals or independent contractor. Gotcha. That's what I'm saying. I'm different. So that's the way I think. I've never been paid for anybody.
Every deal been...
Everything has been either a partnership or independent contract. Independent contractor. That means that I'm paying you rent and whatever I make, even if I don't make more than the rent. So whatever, if the rent's $1,000, even if I don't make that back, it's just all on me. I'm paying rent.
Gotcha.
So even now in the situation where I'm at our gym, I'm paying rent.
Gotcha.
Or I'm not paying rent there. I'm just paying like for a session.
For the session.
But everything is always came through me.
Now so my question.
I'm paying myself.
So you're an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur.
100%.
100%. I've always been that.
So as entrepreneurs, we go through tough times. right? Especially when you're starting out.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to talk to the younger guys or the younger ladies who want to be a fitness trainer and they're entrepreneurs, but they like, man, the checks. I mean, I'm not making money.
It's not always gonna be there. Yeah.
It's not always gonna be there. So what do you do when it wasn't there? How was you keeping your mind right? How was you keeping your mind right when the money wasn't there? I mean, you was working, but damn, these checks ain't that big.
Yeah, it's not always there. I mean, like I said, luckily I had 2 jobs at the time. So I was still in my marketing field while I was building that up.
Okay.
So I didn't stop doing the marketing or the club event promoting until I felt I was comfortable enough in the training world.
Gotcha. Okay.
So a lot of my backing in was from that. But let's just say I didn't have that. Let's just squash that. Let's just say I didn't have it and I was only living off that. Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
But, I mean, like I said, if you have that hustler mentality and you really want to be the best, or, I mean, you don't even have to say that you want to be the best. If you really want to be successful in that field, you just got to keep grinding. I mean, that's really the only thing you got to do. You never let the little fails. Because even me, yeah, of course, that's the thing. From Instagram, everybody always think, like, obviously I make the most money. I've always made the most money and things like that. Like, obviously I have losses too. And as an entrepreneur, you're gonna take losses.
You're gonna take losses.
1000%. So what separates entrepreneurs is just never giving up.
So when you got so what year did you get to LA?
2019,
2019, 20.
2020. I don't really count 2019 a little, but it's kind of like right before the pandemic.
Okay. When you got here, did you hit the ground running? How was your training situation then?
Yeah, I hit the ground running. I started out hot.
Yeah.
Because like I just had that in me. I just was reaching out to all the girls that I feel like were just bringing that traction. And for some reason, they was messing with me from the jump. But I mean, it wasn't the most money though.
Right. So you talk about.
I was mostly just building at the time.
You pride yourself on hustling. That sounds like to me.
1000%.
And now, give us some game on how to be a hustler in the training industry. How did you hit the ground running? Was you reaching out via DMs?
Mostly DMs and there's word of mouth. Always posting content. You got to stay consistent with the content. I don't mind, like that's what I talking to a lot of trainers. A lot of them don't like recording all the time, like the client sessions like that. I don't mind that at all because I literally have made a career off of videos and people recording me. Even so, when I first started my fitness workouts, I would just have my little Fine. Shout out to him. He would literally just follow me all day recording my videos.
That's dope.
And not even charge me. I'll just buy him something to eat and things like that. But he would just follow me. He would record all my videos literally every day. I would post the content like literally almost every day. He would just follow me all day and record me. So yeah, like you gotta not. If you really want to be the way that I am, you just gotta not care about record. Like you gotta realize like recording is content. So I don't mind if somebody. I say that till today. Anybody that asks me in the gym, they're like, "Hey, Deck, give me real quick. You think you can give me?" I'd be like, "Bro, I'll get anybody anytime because I don't mind that because I know for years I had somebody just doing that for me for free. They didn't charge me nothing, and that's pretty much helped me get to where I am.
You gotta give back.
Yeah, I give back. So anybody that ever want a video from me or anything like that, I just be like, man, I'm good. I'm not tripping. Just if I'm free, I'm gonna do it. So yeah, just stay with the content. Just go back to just staying with the content. Stay consistent.
What do you see, like in your industry right now, like a pet peeve, as far as like what you see from trainers? Like, do you see like guys really being passionate about it and really doing work, or like what kind of pet peeves you have right now?
My biggest pet peeve: a lot of trainers like to put other trainers down. They do it all the time.
Is training hating?
It's too much. Yeah. That's one thing about me. I never hate on anybody. I don't worry about what another trainer is doing. A lot of trainers, they always want to, oh, this trainer is doing this. Why is he doing that with his, like they worry, like if you worry, my mind is if you worry too much, focusing too much on what other people are doing, how are you going to move forward?
Right.
I don't care about what any other trainer is doing. Whatever they got going on is what they got going on. There's too much trainer hate. And it's a lot of gossip. Hate. Yeah, that gossip, I don't like that. So I see it on stories all the time, or even in person. People are always just trying to put another trainer down. Like, oh, that trainer, he doesn't know what he's doing, or this and that. Or even about me because like even when I started, I mean I'm not as now, but when I first started, I like to be creative, or I always want to stand out. So all my workouts were different. Right. So I would be adding bands, I would be doing things like that.
Very
and
innovative.
It would always be, I'm super creative. So what people would do would be like, you know you can do it the standard way, right? You know, that's what the haters would say. Oh, you know you can just do this the standard way, right? Like you don't have to add it. You can just, and I just be like, why you, like, it's the same results. Like, why are you worried about, I'm obviously trying to change. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I don't want to do the same compound movements. I just make it a little different. I'm still working the same body parts. I'm just making mine with a little twist just to keep people engaged, keep my clients more interested. Because, I mean, for me, if I'm doing the same workout every single week, I'm going to get bored as fuck.
Absolutely.
I'm just going to be honest about that.
Me and you was talking about, I don't think I was talking to you. I was talking to Jerry at the gym about this.
Yeah.
Recently, me and my girl went to LA Fitness or whatever, and because it's up the street from the crib. Yeah. So we go there, and it's just not motivating. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Once I started going to our gym and at Strong House, and I saw your shit, I'm like, yo, it kept me motivated.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I think it's important to have creative workouts.
That's one thing I like about
it keeps you motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like those, like you said, you go in there, all right, go 3 reps, 45.
I can never do that.
It's boring.
And that's something a lot of trainers try to shame other trainers about.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just do the same workouts, and I'll just be like, I don't want to do the same 6 workouts for my entire life. Like,
right.
I don't think like that. Like, bro, like I want to change up.
Did you always start off? Did you always?
Yeah, I started from the gym. I always wanted to. I always change it up. I mean, I know how the muscles work. I know what body parts work. All you got to do is be creative and switch it up a little bit. It's not that difficult. So yeah, I know that's one thing a lot of trainers hate about is being creative. I don't pay that any mind at all. So I never want to do what somebody else is doing. Exactly. So I always want to be different and stand out. So go ahead.
When did you get your first like celebrity DM or
celebrity DM?
Like when somebody
celebrity,
was like,
or are we talking like high influencer?
High influencer. Popular. Like
like I said, that was from the
jump.
That was gonna be I'm gonna say kind of from the jump too.
Okay.
Because like I said, I came from that world already. But if I didn't come from that world, how you can get to that is just, like I said, just by posting the creative content and just keeping people engaged.
You ever tag someone in any of your videos?
Tag somebody specifically? No, I never done that.
Okay. Because I'm trying to get people some game.
Yeah. No, I've never done that.
Okay.
I've never done that. I see people do that all the time, and they be like, "Hey, tag this person in this." But I mean, or people tag me in a lot of like celebrity or high influencers posts when they be like, "Hey, looking for a new trainer," and I always get a lot of people tagging me in it. But I never be like, "Hey, tag me on this." They just be like, "Oh, go to him. He's the best trainer," you know.
Yeah, because that's the biggest thing. I'm trying to get people some.
Some game.
Yeah, try to inspire the people, man. Yeah. Another question for you, right? Because now I work out and all that because first off,
you're consistent.
Yeah, I'm pretty consistent with mine. I just it's like therapy for me. But there are people out there who trying to start their workout journey, and they see people online, and they be like, "Ah, man, her butt fake. That's not real. So I'm not going to train, and I'm never going to look like that." Do you have those type of clients where it's like, "Nah, we build this body from the ground up," and do you have the clients that's like, "Yeah, she got a BBL, but she maintaining it." You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said it.
You have both.
I have both.
So is it
but
hard?
one thing I don't like getting girls' business. But one thing I notice what some females like to do is like the natural ones like to shame the BBLs. And I just be like, I mean, I like to stay out of that. I just be like, hey, man.
As long as it look good for them.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. As long as it look good.
You know, like obviously I have both, but you can't, a lot of people think that every single booty that's shaped is a BBL. That's a problem too.
Yeah.
Because there actually is natural ones too.
Right.
So it kind of is like, you kind of got to prove that it's natural type of thing. It's like.
Is either one harder to maintain? Like, I mean, Is the BBL hard to maintain than the natural?
They're both. It's kind of the same because you got to work just as hard. Somebody with a BBL is gonna have to work just as hard as somebody that don't have a BBL.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, the only thing is just it gives it a little lift, the lift and like the little plumper version, but you still got to work hard to maintain it. So even with the BBL, people think you get BBL and just lay down and chill. Like, no, you still got to maintain it or it's gonna look crazy.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
they're both the same.
Yeah. So do you
I don't shame anybody for getting a BBL.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
I'm
it is what it is, but my job, if they do have it, is to maintain it. But every single one don't have it. So there's 50-50. I'm not gonna lie and say all my clients don't have a BBL because some do. And there's a lot of natural ones too. So it ain't my job to say who's who. So that's their business. So,
yeah, I think it's fair. I think it's fair though, to be honest with you. Like as a man, I never really shamed girls for BBLs. If that's what you wanted to do with your body, that's what you want to do with your body. We support it. As long as you stay in shape, as long as you're healthy, that's what matters the most. Yeah. And then you have also things where you have like the dietary medication. What is it called?
Ozempic.
Ozempic. There you go. Ozempic. I know I've heard that that's going around. Do you have any like? What's your thoughts on that? Does it work? Is it dangerous? Like how do you feel about
that? The danger, I don't know too much about it. But I mean, obviously, I don't know. I honestly don't know any of my clients that are actually on it.
Okay.
So I'll be honest about that. But obviously, it's going around in the industry and it's going around. So nobody has came to me and said that they was on it. So, but yeah, I don't agree with that. I wouldn't tell somebody to go get on Ozempic to lose some weight. Everything I feel like should be natural. Even if a girl came to me with a natural body, she's thinking about getting a BBL, I'm going to tell her, no, I'd rather us just build it naturally.
Right.
But you can't control the way what somebody wants to do. So
LA's
culture is like that.
LA culture is different, for sure.
LA fitness culture is like that. So that I get why a lot of trainers kind of shame just on that part, like as far as like if you're doing Ozempic or if you're trying to get a BBL, like obviously, and then you're trying to promote it as a workout. I can understand why some people get frustrated with that part of it.
Right.
But outside of that, like, yeah.
So do you have any? Damn, man, I really want to ask this question. My question is,
what?
Do you have anybody you want to train though? Like you see someone, like you look at.
Obviously, I'm shooting. Like I told you, I want to be the best in this. So I'm shooting for the stars. It's everybody in the moon.
That's good.
Anybody as far as like status wise. So my goal is obviously just to have the A-list clientele. So any A-lister, I'm cool. That's my vision of what I want to do, and obviously build my online market more to where I just selling it. I don't want to be training forever, so my goal is to get out of training. So
what would you want to do with training? I mean, after training.
I mean, I would just have a bunch of online clients, and that's the way that a lot of people that I've seen go the way that I'm going. They get to where they get 1 or 2 A-listers, and then they just do that. Everything else is just online, just kind of selling itself.
Right.
So that's pretty much my main goal. It's just
no gym in the future.
If I do get one, it would be a private gym.
Got you.
It would just be me and my clients.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to
go. Yeah, that's a bit. But I actually had one in Sacramento though.
Oh, you had a gym in Sacramento?
In Sacramento, yeah.
Oh, really?
But that's different.
You don't have it anymore.
Yeah. That's how.
Well, yeah. Well, why is it different in Sacramento than?
Well, I'm talking about as far as like the rent and
I got you.
All that stuff. Yeah. So LA is
LA is a different beast.
Yeah.
I feel that.
But yeah, if I do it'll just be private, just for me and my clients. So
as a trainer, right? Yeah. I had a friend who was a trainer, and I remember he called me one day. He was frustrated he was trying to work these girls out, but they just kept eating bad. Do you ever get frustrated with that? Like, man, I know I just saw you goddamn eat some barbecue on your story. Do you ever? I
try my best. Hey. It's hard for them when they get out of the trainer's, when they get out of the trainer's vision. to keep that same mentality. I instill it in them. I tell them every day. I do the best I can. But it's like when they go outside and they're, my clients are going out to certain events and promoting. I mean, there's business for them. So it's like. I get frustrated, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask you. Do you?
Yeah, it's frustrating, but it's like, I try my best. So
you ever, are you one of them trainers like, because you follow your clients follow you, and they post like they food on their story, and you jump in, what the?
Oh yeah. No, I do that. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, I would too, dog. Like,
even though I feel like they might not even listen to me, it's like.
I mean, shit, they body your resume.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody been working out with you for like 2 months, and then you see them like, damn, you out.
But they'd be honest. They'd be like, I mean, some of them are gonna listen. Obviously, a lot of them listen, but there's always those couple that be like, I just won't post it, or I'm gonna block them on my story. You know what I'm saying?
How important is that? How important is the diet with the workouts?
Are
they hand in hand?
It definitely
hand in hand.
It's definitely hand in hand.
I try to tell people this all the time.
Some people, I would think 70-30.
70-30. Which one's on the 70? Eating is 70%.
And the eating is super important. Gonna act like the training is more important. I mean, it's almost hand in hand, but the eating just it takes you to that next level.
And it varies depending on the age.
Yeah.
Cause I always say this too.
Some people could get away with not being the cleanest, but it's very rare.
No, I always say
it depends on your body. Like everybody's body is different.
There you go. That's what I was about to say.
So genetics play a part.
Play a big part.
So
do you think like? Because I want to make sure we clear on this, because I know a lot of people gonna watch this, especially, and there's gonna be women who watch this, and you gotta explain to us like how important like the genetics play a factor into the body you're trying to get. You know what I mean? Like, because I think like if you come from a family, like see me, I got a slender frame. I got a skinny frame. I'm not going to get wide.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So. How important is the genetics and with all the other stuff that's going on as far as eating and the working out part?
Everybody's body is different. So some people's genetics is going to be better than other people's genetics. I would say just keep it clean all around. So it doesn't even matter about the genetics. Because that's what a lot of people say to me too when they see my body, like where I work out. Personally, I work out at different gyms. Personally, I'd never posted, but so when they see my body, they're like, damn, I wish I had your genetics, right? But I'm like, if you think it's only genetics, you're crazy, because I'm working out 3 hours a day, sauna an hour a day. This is almost 5 times. I don't post this stuff. So a sauna an hour a day, sauna and steam an hour, post cardio 30 minutes. I'm working out about 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours. So let's just say the total workout, almost 5 days a week, is about 3 hours for me.
3 hours a day.
3 hours total with sauna, cardio, and the workout, whatever muscle group I'm working out in the day. And then everything I take after it, my protein, powder, my shakes.
Yeah, talk about that, man.
Creatine, everything.
Because I think that's where people get mixed up. They think that if you work out an hour a day or for 5 days out of the week, you're going to see this dramatic change, or the idea that you see on TV, right? Do you feel like your clients, are they working out 2 hours, 3 hours a day?
They're working out an hour with me for sure. I always try to tell them to do a post workout about 30 minutes. If not, like go on a hike or something, or running or whatever. So. Yeah, like I try to get each of them to do about an hour to an hour and a half a day. So, but when they train with me, most of my clients do about 3 times a week.
Yeah.
But to work out, really, I would tell them you need 5 days. So you have to do 2 days on your own.
Yeah.
So if 5 days a week is about what I recommend.
And I've seen
for the best results. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I always tell everybody. If you want to just keep it at 3 days, which I get it because training is expensive, you have to do 2 days on your own for sure, 1000%. So I always try to tell people at least do 2 days on your own, keep up the cardio, just the best you can, pretty much.
No, because I've seen your workouts. Your workouts is intense.
Yeah, right.
So even if you ever in LA and you want you know, DM my guy right here, Decs. Try to get one of his workouts. His workouts are super intense. You mostly doing like supersets. Like I see the girls go from the bands to the on the treadmill to going over to the sled, the whole nine.
That's a fact.
And I think that's.
I ain't playing around.
No, I think that's the biggest thing. I think we for me anyway, I grew up thinking like all you had to do is go to the gym, do 3 reps of everything for an hour, go home, and you're done.
Yeah.
But no, like to get to the body you want to actually see on TV, you got to be like 2 hours a day, 3 hours, and it got to be consistent, and it got to go with the food.
Yeah.
The food got to be clean, and what else are you missing?
Food clean. I always say to throw in a sauna or steam room.
What does the sauna do for you?
Sauna just is sweat out everything. So especially if you're not eating as clean, like a lot of my clients aren't eating as clean. So I'll be like, okay, if you did eat dirty, just go to the sauna every week, every day, sweat it out, do an hour a day, steam.
Hour in the sauna?
Hour in the sauna. But what you do is 20-minute sessions. So you do 20 minutes.
Hour throughout the week.
No. I'm saying a day, but if it's too much, I'll say 40 minutes. So
bro, I'm struggling with 10 minutes. Bro.
No, it's safe to do 20 minutes.
Okay, shit.
So you could do 20 minutes. So the way to do it is 20 minutes, take a break, take a cold quick shower, and come back and do another 20 minutes. And I do it 3 times, but if it's too much for you, obviously I'm a little crazy. You can do 2 because everybody's like, bro, I don't know how you. Anybody that's in this, I'm like, bro, I don't know how you're doing this.
A shower and come back and sweat again, bro.
But that's the best. That's why my body look like that. So yeah, I do two 20-minute sessions.
That's good shit, bro.
So take a shower, come back, another 20-minute session.
That's what you call investing in yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you call investing in your body, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need that more than anything you got right now in life. Your car, your house. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need your body, man. What's up next for you, bro? Like what you got?
I'm just gonna keep grinding. I'm just gonna keep grinding, man.
Any courses coming up? Any boot camps we need to know about?
Yeah. All that. So boot camp probably within the next month or 2. I'm gonna drop it with one of my high influencers. But other than that, man, hopefully in a year when we double back, I triple my clientele and my A-list. That's my goal. So I just want to have.
I'll come back in a year, but listen, don't charge me that crazy, bro. I know you're gonna be big time in a year because you picked up a lot of ground in the last 4 years, despite the pandemic and everything else. And I've seen, like, personally, I've seen your clientele grow. You've had celebrities come to the or popular influencers come to the gym and everything else. And I've also I watch your workouts too. Your workouts, I be stealing them sometimes. I'm like, yo, I gotta try that one. Especially the one where you got the incline with the band and it's holding you back and shit like that. So definitely salute to you. Much success.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother.
You know, we always see each other, so we always love. But. And that's all I got for you, bro. I mean,
I appreciate you having me on your.
You gave us a lot of game today, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for having me, man.
No problem.
I'm proud of you, G.
Thank you, bro.
Keep doing this.
I'm trying.
What episode is this?
This episode 25.
I put you on the spot. Okay.
I
ain't trying to put you on the spot. I saw you was counting your episodes. So.
Yeah, because I don't like to. Me personally, bro, I really don't like to look at the scoreboard. I don't like to look at. I just like to keep going. I just put my head down and just go.
That's
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's episode 25, man. I appreciate you blessing me with episode 25.
Keep on going, man. When you at 1,000, man, don't forget about us, man.
Shit, shut up, man. Cut it out. You gonna get there faster than me. But man, let us know your Instagram, your handles, whatever you want us to know, and we out
Decs Yates _ Instagram. That's really my main social media that I use. Then you can click the website, text. Everything's gonna be right on the Instagram. So,
all right, there you have it, man. Another episode of Bigger Than Goals. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Till next time.